Okay, so we're going to be doing spinach dip next. So this is the way spinach comes in. It's frozen in a block. You need to pull this into the cooler at least for 2 days to thaw. You can run it under cold running water, and it will take about 2.5 to 3 hours to thaw. But the preferred method is in the cooler. Once it's thawed, then you're going to squeeze it really well because there is a lot of liquid in it. So you want to make sure you're getting most of all of that out. Otherwise, you're going to have runny spinach dip. And as you can see how green the juice is, it's going to turn the color of the spinach dip more of a green color, which sounds kind of ironic because the spinach is green, but it's more of a solid versus the liquid. And try not to take too big of a chunk because it's actually harder to squeeze it out, plus it's harder on your wrists. Okay, and I'm just going to toss this up a little bit in the bowl here. And then next I'm going to add the Knorr vegetable base to the spinach itself. You're going to mix that up with the spinach. And doing it this way, number one, it's going to help to plump up the dried vegetables that are in there. And then it also breaks up the spinach so you don't have as large of clumps once you add it to the sour cream mayonnaise mix. Okay, so we're just going to set that aside. Okay, so as the bowl of spinach and the dried soup mix is setting aside, I've laid out my 20 pounds of sour cream and 5 pounds of mayonnaise. So I'm going to take my whisk and whisk this together so that I'm going to combine it. That way we're not going to have lumps in there, and it's going to mix much better for you. Okay, so that's good to go there. Then next I'm going to chop the green onions. Wearing my safety glove. Just going to do a nice, it's like about an 1/8 inch thickness on the chop for the green onions. It's going to be 15 ounces of the green onions that go in the dip. Okay, so that's going to go in next. Okay, so next is the water chestnuts that we're going to do. Make sure you're draining them very well in the colander in the sink. And then you're going to chop them by hand. Do not use the food processor or Robocoup for this process. It does not work. So you're going to just do a nice chop, about the same size as your green onions. They could be just a little bit smaller than that. And don't try to put the whole can on your cutting board at once. Just do it in little small, you're gonna maybe a pound or two at a time. That way you're gonna get a much better even cut. Okay, so that's ready to go into the mixing bowl. And the recipe does use 1 whole can of the water chestnuts. Okay, then next I'm going to take the whisk again and just whisk those ingredients together. Just getting a good even mix on that. Then you're going to remove your whisk. Then we're going to add the spinach mixture to that. Okay, so then I'm going to add the spinach mixture. Just kind of take your hands and break it up a little bit before you actually start mixing it in. And you're going to want to mix it in by hand, not with the whisk, because the spinach will just stick right into the whisk itself and you won't get a very good mix on it at all. Just working your hands, breaking up the spinach. Making sure you also get down to the bottom real well. So the bottom is usually the spot that doesn't get mixed, and you just have your mayonnaise sour cream mixture with nothing else on it. Okay, so you can see how fast that spinach worked into the dip itself and how nice and even it is. Okay, so now it's ready to be packaged up in 16-ounce containers and then chilled down to 41 degrees before we put the lids on and put it out for sale.
Are you ready for